you know, there's a lot of talk about trading for a star and all that. Do you think that Tibbs maybe is taking this current roster as far as it can go, but if there was an influx of talent, if there was a 1A kind of player, which has been a topic around the Knicks this past week, if there was a 1A kind of player here with Jalen Brunson, is Tibbs a guy that you think could take, with better talent, take them even further? Or is it more of a, I kind of need to wait and see a little more?
It's a tough question.
It's a tough question, I know.
It's a tough question because I think with his current roster, it's about as far as he could take them because even this season, more than likely the Celtics and the Bucks are going to be 1 and 2. So even if the Knicks get by the first round, they have to face either one of those teams. And so far this season, the Knicks have shown that they cannot beat either team. They've fallen short. And I think right now the Knicks are in a place where it's like they're a middling team almost, where it's like they could beat the average team. They could even beat some of the good teams. But like the great teams in the league, they're struggling against. And with this current, and with the way the roster is currently set up, I cannot see the Knicks going further than the second round. Now, if the Knicks bring in a star,
right,
then it's like, okay, do you want to stick with Tibbs and see how far Tibbs can take, you know, Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle, and a third star on the team? Or do you just want to go with another coach and be like, you know what? If a good coach becomes available, do I go with this guy and see if he can bring this team over the top? So it's a hard decision to make. It's really something where it's like you have to really think about it and really look how things turn out and be like, okay, do you want to stick with Tibbs or do you want to go in a different direction?
So this sounds to me like, Ryan, this is a gift you might be hesitant to give out in terms of
hesitant at the moment.
Contract says, okay, you're leaving that one in the bag. You're not giving that gift out just yet.
Exactly.
All right. This next gift I'm going to talk about. This one is going to be about timing, okay? And it goes into what we're talking about just now. The Knicks roster at some point, they're going to have some changes. Just because when you look at the finances of the team and the fact that Jalen Brunson, he's going to secure the bag after next season. We all know he's going to opt out. He's going to get a big contract. Do you want the gift of the Knicks trading for a star to pair with Brunson? Do you want that gift to happen at the deadline this season, or should it happen in the offseason?
Ooh, yeah.
Come on, these were not easy gift questions. This is not what we do up here.
So here's the thing. Currently, right now, the Knicks are under the first apron. So they have some cap space to work with. I think right now when I checked, the Knicks are about 15, 16 million under that second apron, where it's going to be extremely difficult for them to make any type of moves to improve the roster. Jalen Brunson, you have to extend him. You have to keep him on this team because he's a vital part to the Knicks' success. So when you think about it, you're not going to be able to underpay Jalen Brunson with the current contract that he has. You're going to have to pay, you know, like, for example, since we're talking about Christmas on the Boondocks, where Riley was writing Santa that note, and he was like, Santa, pay what you owe.
You got to pay what you owe, Santa.
Exactly.
You're talking to me. That's one of my favorite shows, the Boondocks. Shout out to Aaron Magruder. Yeah, you got to pay what you owe. So you know that time is coming for Brunson. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So looking at it from that perspective, this offseason has to be the time when the Knicks actually make that move for that star player, because you want to bring that star player in before you extend Brunson, because once you extend Brunson, the Knicks are more than likely going to go into that second apron, and then from there it's going to be extremely hard for the Knicks to make any type of moves to improve the roster. So if you have a star, if you bring in a star that you think can definitely help Jalen Brunson and Julius Randle get over the hump and may turn the Knicks into a championship team, and then you have that window with all those guys there, whether it's like a 3, 4, 5-year window for them to get over the hump and have that championship run, you have to make that move, because if you're hesitant to make a move and then all of a sudden you're extending Jalen Brunson, you give him the money that he actually deserves, it's going to be tough, and then you might end up with a team where it's like, you know, the ceiling might be second round in the playoffs and can't go no further.